Hey guys, Evedo here, and today I'm back for a new video. In today's video, we'll be counting the top 5 removed features from Minecraft. Now note that this is not the top 5 unused features in Minecraft. That could well be a list for another day. These are things that were added into the game, whether they're just textures or actually implemented in whether that be a snapshot or a full update, that were removed from the game after initially being added. So if you're playing Minecraft 1.8, none of these features will be there for you now. Now these could be removed for a number of reasons. This is just any feature that has ever been added but then removed. We'll be ranking them on how, I guess, interesting or useful maybe they were. A range of different factors really, just generally on what they've really brought to the game, or what they could have brought had they been kept in the game for longer. Number 5, and skis. The texture for skis was added into 1.4.6. This could have also resulted in a lot of mini games, but unfortunately, as I say, it was removed. Fourth on the list is the human mob. Now this was in pre-classic and was the closest the game ever came to having an actual Herobrine in the game. Now this was a hostile mob that would spawn just about anywhere, even on the far ends of the map, like where the map boundary is. And it was just literally just a Steve that would wander around and do random jumps and walk through the forest basically. He didn't do much at the time because it was of course pre-classic. It would literally just wander around, but it would attack the player if you came near it. So the first couple of times you saw this, it would have been pretty scary. Like if you just see another version of almost a version of yourself, you're still using the Steve skin, real thing. Some of you may not even believe this because it was an amazing Easter egg that not everyone knew about. You could actually craft it using fire. Now what you would do is just get fire, and then you would actually get this moving fire block, which was pretty awesome on it. And I thought that was an amazing Easter egg because it was almost like in 3 stages. First you think, when you very start Minecraft, you think, of course I can craft chain armor, you can craft all the other ones. Then you think, or then you seem to think that you can't craft chain armor because there's no way of getting chain. But then there's a third stage, which is where you found out about this Easter egg, and you can in fact craft it, but not the way you thought you would. And it's similar, they revolve around the same theme, so I put them together here. First of all, we have the crafting of horse saddles. Now these were not exactly the regular saddles, they had a slightly different texture, but you could ride horses with them. It was one of the snapshots in 1.6, but was removed before the actual release of 1.6. You would make almost like a helmet with leather, but then put iron ingots in the bottom half of the crafting table, everywhere that wasn't leather, except for the very bottom middle block, as you can see here. And that would have given you a horse saddle. It wouldn't have looked exactly the same, and you wouldn't have been able to ride pigs with them, but it would have been so useful to have kept this in the game, because when you want to get horses because they're pretty awesome, riding them around is pretty fun, but the hassle of trying to find a saddle is really annoying. And in addition to this, there's the crafting of horse armor. Now you could have crafted any horse armor you wanted, iron, gold or diamond of course, and that by using this crafting recipe with a wool in the middle, diamond if you were making diamond horse armor surrounding, apart from in the top 2 blocks here. And that again would have been really useful because I think horses are an amazing addition to the game in 1.6, but the fact that you have to go through all this trouble just to get to them is really quite annoying. Now some of you may recognise the footage here. This is from the How to Tame Rabbits video I did, and this feature has unfortunately been removed. Now why this was removed I genuinely do not know. In my eyes, the removal of this completely ruined the mob for me, because now rabbits are just like sheep, they're like pigs, they just kind of trot about the place, and yeah, you can breed them and you can farm them, but that's not what I wanted from the rabbit mod. I keep saying mod. The rabbit mob was, in my eyes, it was there to be tamed and to be a companion, just like the wolf is to become a dog and the ocelot to become a cat, and I guess horses as well. It's more of a companionship rather than just farming them. And that's what they made the rabbit into when they removed the ability to tame them. It was so fun in the short period I had in which I was playing Minecraft with the ability to tame them, because I could just get a nice rabbit, build a nice little friendship going. It was quite fun. That's what I wanted from the rabbit mob. But when the feature was removed, it for me completely ruined the mob. It just made them, like I say, almost like the cattle you get in the game, and it just took out that companionship that you got from a tamed mob. Which you just do. Thank you very much for watching, and remember to subscribe for new top 5 videos posted every Friday.